Okay guys, welcome to the third days of our 16 days trading program. Okay, so for today, I'm gonna talk about confirmation. So we will have confirmation level 1, level 2 and level 3 before you go to entry, and you already learn how to mark your zone before you go for entry. You have to find confirmation. Okay, so now we talk about confirmation level 1. So what is confirmation level 1? Okay, for example, as the figure above, at the picture here, now, we can see you found an engulfing buy zone. So we are looking to buy when the price come back to the zone. So, before you press buy, you have to make sure you found another bullish engulfing, okay, before you go for entry. Okay, so when you found another bullish engulfing, meaning the price already have the potential to going up. So the bullish power is much more stronger than the seller. So what do you do next? Okay, as you already learned about engulfing theory, and in engulfing theory, we have structure zone and candle zone. So candle zone now is available and you can use it. We have 3 zones. So in confirmation level 1, you have to mark your confirmation zone again. That will be the second way. So you mark your zone and then you wait for the price come to the confirmation zone and you can entry directly. Okay, set your SL below your zone. Okay, so this will be the easiest way for you to find your confirmation. You can use candle zone, the 3 candle zone, and your confirmation level 1. You draw your engulfing confirmation zone and wait for the price come to retest at our confirmation level 1 zone. Okay, so this is confirmation level 1. Okay, now we talk about confirmation level 2. So in confirmation level 2, we have to find the power of the buyer and seller. So in engulfing theory, we're using the way to measure the power of buyer and seller. Now it's exactly the same thing, but we use on the structure of the chart. Okay, now we look at the bottom left, the buy example. The red line is the last breakdown, meaning the last seller power. So we'll try to find the very beginning of the drop will be the blue line. Okay, so the blue line will represent the last seller power. So if the buyers able to break the blue line to break out higher, meaning okay, buyer is killing the last seller power, meaning buyer is stronger than seller. So when the retrace coming down, we can entry buy. Okay, but before you entry buy, you have to use back your confirmation level 1. You have to find okay, bullish engulfing, or you use your after you find bullish engulfing and then you use candle zone. It's up to you. Okay, now it is exactly the same as the sell example. So you have to find the last breakout power. Last breakout power meaning the last buyer power. So last breakout will be the red line, and the blue line will be the very beginning of the buyer's power. So if the price able to break, okay, meaning the seller is killing the buyer, meaning seller is stronger and is greater than the buyer power. So when the price come to retrace, we can try to entry when we saw confirmation level 1, okay, bearish engulfing. After you find bearish engulfing, you have 2 ways of using it. Okay, you can use small candle zone as we talked about at the topic number 2. Okay, small candle zone and confirmation level 1 zone. Okay, bearish engulfing, and then you draw your zone and then you wait for the price come to the zone you entry. Okay, or you can directly entry using candle zone. Okay, the main point here, you have to find the last breakup or last breakdown that represent the buyer or seller power. Okay, if you want to buy, you have to find last breakdown power. If buyer able to break the last breakdown power, meaning buyer is greater than seller. Okay, exactly the same thing happened to the sell. Okay, same thing happened to the sell. So if you want to sell, you have to find the last breakout power. So seller have to break that last breakout power. Okay, So you wait for the retrace and weekend entry. Because seller is greater than buyer. Seller able to break the last breakout power of the buyer. Okay, simple? Clear? Okay, now let's move on. Now we move on to confirmation level 3. Okay, confirmation level 3, you can use it, you can combine confirmation level 1 and level 2 together. Confirmation level 3, we mentioned about flow. And you have to understand what is flow. Flow can going up and can going down. Okay? And flow strategy we use for continuation, we use for better SL, we use to re-entry. Okay? Okay, in order to use flow strategy, the confirmation level 3, okay, you must find confirmation level 2 first. Okay? If you want to buy, make sure buyer is killing the last drop of the seller power. If you want to sell, make sure seller able to break last breakout power. Okay? Understand? So you can use on flow strategy now. Okay. What is flow strategy? Actually, flow strategy is very simple. It's exactly the same thing that we talked about in topic number 1. Okay? For if you want to buy, make sure you found higher high and higher low. If you want to sell, make sure you found lower high and lower low. Okay? Very simple. Okay, but in confirmation level 3 here, we still using the same technique, the engulfing theory. We measure the power of buyer and seller again. So how do we use it? How is the flow strategy that valid? Okay, now you have to spot the break up or break down. Okay, so for buy, if you want to re-entry, you want a better SL, you want to set your SL become higher and higher. Okay, you set your SL, okay, break even, and then you set your SL to SL profit. Okay, you have to use this way to calculate where is the best place for you to place your SL. Okay, so first thing first, we have to find confirmation level 2. Okay, so here after you learn about confirmation level 2, we look at the buy example. So when the price break up higher, that break the seller power, last drop power, meaning buyer is killing the seller. Now we want to buy, okay, we wait for the retrace. Okay, so exactly the same as the sell, we want to spot confirmation level 2 first. Okay, we have to find the last breakout power. Okay, last breakout power, where's the beginning of the breakout power? And then we wait for the seller to break that spot, break down, and then we wait for the retrace, we want to entry. Okay? Okay, after you spot confirmation level 2, now how do we use confirmation level 3? Okay, so every breakup, okay, let's say we talk about the buy example first. Look at the chart above. Okay, we look at the buy example. So after you found confirmation level 2, okay, so every breakup meaning, okay, every breakup meaning you can re-entry. Breakup meaning buyer is still strong. So you have to mark your zone using engulfing theory again. Okay, as shown as the diagram above, you can see the purple rectangle. Those are zone. Okay, zone number 1 will be the bearish engulfing zone and a bullish engulfing zone. So bearish engulfing zone, after breakout happen, bearish engulfing zone will become bullish engulfing zone. Okay, the sell zone will become buy zone. Understand? So exactly the same thing we do to find, okay, zone number 2. Okay, same thing happened there. So when you want to set your SL, after you entry, your SL should be below zone number 1. Okay, you have 2 zone number 1. So below there, you set your SL number 1. Okay, if the price break out higher again, meaning if you can found zone number 2, you have 2 zone number 2, so you can move your SL, go to the SL number 2. Okay, that is the correct way how you set your SLBE and set your SL profit. Okay, this is the way. So exactly the same thing happened to the sell. Okay, when breakdown happen, you find confirmation level 2, you found already, and then you mark your zone. After the breakdown, so you mark, okay, you mark using engulfing zone, okay, engulfing theory. So bearish engulfing zone, okay, bearish engulfing zone and a bullish engulfing zone. Okay, I mark as zone number 1. You have 2 zone number 1. Okay, the bullish engulfing zone, why we can sell there? Because the bullish engulfing zone, after breakdown happen, the bullish engulfing zone will become fail zone. So bullish engulfing zone fail will become bearish engulfing zone, meaning buy zone will become sell zone. Okay, very simple. Okay, and exactly the same thing we do to find zone number 2. You have 2 zone number 2 after the breakdown happen. So we wait for the price come to zone 2. We can try to find confirmation level 1, or you use, okay, candle zone to entry, sell. Okay, and the SL you can set SL1, SL2. Okay, if the price did a new breakdown, meaning you can set your SL2, SL2. Okay, if another breakdown happen, meaning you can set your SL lower again. Okay, simple. Now we look at the real chart example. So here you can see a bearish, okay, bearish chart on H4. And then if we want to do a reversal or retrace buy, we wait for the buyer to kill the last drop power. Okay, you can see the blue line there, blue arrow there is the last breakdown. Okay, and the red line, horizontal line, will be the place that the price should break up. Okay, break up with body, not shadow. Okay, break up with body. Okay, after the break up with body, meaning we can mark our zone using bullish or bearish engulfing. So here, the lowest zone, we only have bullish engulfing. So we don't have bearish engulfing. So I only mark one zone. So as you can see, the price touch and form a lower wick or lower shadow, and then the price fly up higher. So when the price fly up higher and break up higher, meaning we can mark the zone again. Okay, so when we mark the zone, okay, you can clearly see we have a bearish engulfing and a bullish engulfing. Okay, the bearish engulfing, because the price break up higher with body, our bearish engulfing zone will become fail zone. Okay, fail zone, okay, meaning sell zone will become buy zone. Simple. Okay, now we look at the result. Okay, as we can see, the bearish engulfing zone become buy zone. So the price touch and fly. Because this is H4 time frame, a bigger time frame, so the touch and fly is give you, even a retracement give you 100 pips. So exactly the same thing that happened to our bullish engulfing zone. Okay, when the price come back, touch, and we try to find confirmation level 1, we re-entry, so you can take 100 pips. But I don't expect you to take 100 or 200 pips. I only want you to aim 15, 20 or 40 pips. After 20 pips, after 40 pips, you can set your SL break even or maybe SL profit using the floor strategy of confirmation level 3. Okay? Okay, so these are the confirmation level 1, level 2 and level 3, and this is the complete confirmation strategy that you have to learn, that you must learn. Okay? And of course, if you want to use confirmation, your entry will be slightly slower. If you want the faster ways of entry, you can use shadow entry, you can use price action. But I will talk about in the future chapter, okay? Future topic. So don't be rushed, slowly but surely, okay? So I think that's it for today class, okay? For today's topic. Thank you everybody. I hope you learned something today. Until we meet again at the next topic.